Park. Did you ever think you would ever see anything like this? You can buy the official t-shirt on Drift Games and on the LZMFG shop. It's got Adam LZ. That's the t-shirt. They said, wouldn't it be fun if it happened? It's actually happening. Adam LZ on 15-inch tires in a 1JZ Corolla going up against the Driftmaster spec S14 of James Deane. But remember, the tires are equaled a little bit here. Who knows what's going to happen? And the clutch slipping in the Corolla. And James says he hasn't done too much practice in the S14, but it's kind of not an excuse.
He's kind of comfortable in that car.
Here we go. As they come up the straight, James Deane enters. Adam LZ in the chase position as they come in over the hill. James Deane puts foot to floor as Adam LZ fires through the smoke cloud from the Falcon.
Yes.
And look at this. Adam LZ up onto the door. Goes LZ.
Gracious.
LZ pushing James Deane. Contact between both drivers as they fire down. Adam LZ fires up onto the door of James Deane. Can you believe what you're seeing in Mondello Park right now?
Clutch issue? I don't know. If there's a clutch issue in that car, man, he is absolutely railing right now.
LZ just pushed James Deane around on 15-inch tires.
In a pro car, a fully pro car.
That is a Pro Driftmasters car against, well, it is a 500 horsepower Corolla, but look at that dive from Adam LZ. And I thought he was going to get left behind. And look at this again, through the smoke cloud. He comes firing through onto the outside zone, gets up onto James Deane's door. And look at this for a moment as you see Deane and LZ door to door across the line in just... It's just poetry in motion. I love it.
It was beautiful. And if you've obviously never driven through smoke, it is a very difficult thing to do, especially when you're vastly approaching somebody else's door.
Well, now the little Corolla will be in the lead position, as I said before. The clutch, let's just say some temporary repairs made. Probably a little sketchy.
Bubblegum.
Yeah.
Bubblegum.
Some Coca-Cola on the old clutch disc kind of stuff.
Oh, boy.
To keep it together. And it is going to be James Deane now in the chase position where he wants to be. This is where James Deane wants to be. Now, remember a couple of weeks ago in Formula Drift, it was LZ that took out Deane.
Yes, it was.
Deane now wants to get a little bit of revenge here.
Revenge. And they're teammates, technically. So this is... And again, this is a fun battle. This is for skateboard.
It's fun. It's fun. Everybody's fun. It's fun.
It's just fun.
It's not serious. It's not serious. It's very serious. Here we go. LZ in the lead position. James Deane. Look at James Deane right in on top of Adam LZ as they go through the first corner. This is again a crazy. Look at James Deane surging forward into the. And LZ goes to that perfect white line. And look at this. James Deane up onto the door of that little 86 as they transition back. Smoke clouds from both cars as they transition back. Adam LZ with a wild flick and James Deane up onto the door as they go across the line. That is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen.
What is even happening right now? How are these battles so good? Is it just because we're in Ireland? Is it because you guys are just that good of drivers?
Well, we bring great drivers to Ireland to face great drivers in Ireland. This is what you get. Woo. Adam LZ and James Deane. Grandstand, these are two of the biggest names in the sport, two of the biggest ambassadors for the sport, and they make events like this possible here in our little country. Guys, will you please make some noise for James Deane and Adam LZ. Well, I needed a moment there because I think we all need just take a snapshot of what you're seeing in front of the grandstand right now. Adam LZ in an 8-6 against James Deane on home soil. This is what it's all about. That was a ridiculous battle by both of these guys. And you know what? There's no losers in that. That was phenomenal. But of course, the judges will disagree and say there's always going to be a loser in a battle. So we are going to have a decision from our judges of who goes through to the Grade 8. Chelsea, who's getting the call?
My teammate gets the win.
Oh, that doesn't narrow it down at all.
James Deane gets the win.
James Deane gets the win, goes through. Adam Ivel is down there. Adam, talk us through that. For those guys, that must have been crazy in